So today we're going to be doing some hair coloring. I started coloring this page from Anastasia Koldareva's Mysteria in my last video. And these are the colors I'm using. I'm using these Ram Refined pencils. Now I know probably not that many people out there have this set, but these are not necessarily like crazy colors that you wouldn't be able to find in most sets, I don't think. So you can pause this video if you want and see if you can match them up to any of your pencils sets you'd like. So let's get to work. You'll see here I did finish up this side, so we're gonna do this side. Okay, so I've got you guys zoomed in pretty close so you can see what I'm doing. I'm gonna be doing this little section here with you guys, and we're gonna start off with black. Now I'm just using black on her root growth, like kind of in this area here mainly. She's not, at least in my mind, she's a regular girl. She's not a mermaid, she's not an elf, she's not a fairy. So in my little imaginary mind for this picture, she's a real girl, so she just likes to hang out with Bird in her spare time. So I wanted to make her look like she had some root growth coming out from this kind of unnatural hair color. So we're going to start off with black for the roots. And just kind of follow the shading that's here for you already. That's what I really like about these books, is that they have the light shading for you to guide you. And so the next color I'm gonna do is this pink red. This is what I'm considering as the highlight color. So what I like to do is just do an all over color, just so when I go in with the darker colors, it gives me a better sense of where to kind of stop. Just because I do have a tendency to over color. I don't even know if that's the right thing to call it, but I do have a tendency to not know when to stop with these little hair strokes, and then sometimes I keep going and I end up messing it up and I lose the highlight. So I'm going to try to avoid that. You of course can do it whatever way is most comfortable for you. So I'm just showing you how I do it. Now next I'm going to grab this light ruby, and I'm gonna go over the roots and then extend out just a little bit. And then I'm gonna start over here. I'm gonna create another, like a section over here. I'm gonna divide this longer piece up into a section. See how I kind of did it over here? I made this kind of the shadow indentation of the hair, and this is the highlight, so it looks like it kind of has a bend to it. So that's what I'm going to try and create on this side. Whenever I do hair, one side always comes out totally different than the other side. A lot of times it's a little bit frustrating, but what are you going to do? So I do the best I can. Oh, so I didn't even do that other part. Let's see. So we're gonna do a little bit on this side too. And then we're going to go with wine red. We're not going to extend this as far out as the light ruby color. Then we're going to go with the next darkest color. You'll see I'm doing light to dark basically, except for the black part of the roots. Red Sauce Purple. This set has some pretty wacky color names, so we don't want to extend out as far as the previous color. Like a layer on top, and then finally is the red, purple, black. Now this is almost the same color as this black, really. It's not really that different, just has a purplish hint to it. So if you don't have any pencils this color, you could just use black. It's not a big deal. All right, so this is where you got the shadow part comes in. We're not going to extend out the whole way. I'm going to kind of define this black dark root a little bit, and then I just go over again the whole thing with the pink red. This is the highlight color, and I go a little bit darker than I originally did. And then you just start all over again. And we're gonna go in further in with this light ruby. Mix it up a little bit. Then again with the wine red. Now you can kind of pull a little bit more towards the center, because you want to kind of look like it has in between hair strands with each color. The red sauce purple. All right, you're gonna see me flipping this page around a lot. I'm gonna color some more in here. But basically, that's really all there is to it. You're just repeating that same series of colors over and over. I mean, I would say maybe like at least 2 to 3 times. I did it for this particular hair strand, and each time you do the next series of layers, you want to extend it out a little bit farther than you did the last time, but you don't want to go too far into the center so you don't lose that highlight. And you just want to create some hair strands in between so it looks a little bit more natural.